Coming up on this, final Tuesday of January 2026. It's a great day for soup. Luckily for us, we have some right now in the kitchen. Stay tuned as we dig into a new recipe to celebrate National Soup Month. That and more coming up on Great Day St. Louis. Well, on this cold Tuesday, how about a good hearty dish to warm up your insides? Soup. Yes.
Perfect.
It's National Soup Month. So we are digging into a recipe that'll warm up those taste buds and make your kitchen smell good, too.
Yummy.
Well, welcome back to Great Day St. Louis. If it feels like this cold weather is here to stay, you're not wrong. And that means it is officially soup season. I already had soup today. January is National Soup Month, so we are going to cozy up with a delicious new recipe that'll warm you up from the inside out. I'm so excited to be in our kitchen, sponsored by More for Less Remodeling with Nicole Kliebert. She runs the website Noshings with Nicole. Did I say that right?
Noshings with Nicole.
Noshings with Nicole. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Nicole, what are we making today?
We are making a yogurt white bean garlic soup.
I don't hear yogurt and soup together a lot.
Yeah, so it's based off of like a Middle Eastern yogurt soup, which they incorporate a lot of yogurts because it's got a lot of that tanginess.
Okay.
And it's a dairy product that has like a longer shelf life, which is good when there's like a lack of refrigeration or like small fridge spaces.
And probably adds a little protein too.
Yeah, it does add a lot of protein because you're talking about a can of beans and a whole can of Greek yogurt, which has a fair bit of protein. So it's filling.
Well, let's get started.
Yeah, so let's get started. So in this pot, we have a partial soup. Whenever you add dairy products or eggs, you want to make sure you temper the eggs because the proteins will separate. And then you'll have dots all up in your soup. So the first thing we're going to do is crack that egg and put it in the bowl with the yogurt. Okay. And so the only dairy product that you don't have to temper in it would be like heavy whipping cream because it has such a high fat content.
So I'm sorry, ignorant question here. By temper, do you just mean like sitting it out on the counter until it gets to room temperature?
Yeah, so we're going to kind of play with it a little bit.
Okay.
So once you go ahead and start whisking that, and we are going to just drizzle in a little bit of this soup. So this is hot. And this is going to slowly bring that temperature up, and it also helps divide up some of those proteins.
So you don't want really hot to meet a lot of cold all at once.
Right.
Got it.
Right. And so that way you get like a smooth soup. That's enough for now.
Okay.
And then you would just pour the bowl into the pot of soup, and then you're good to go. So whenever, during this process, you might cool it off too much, especially if your yogurt is coming into a hot pot. So you can always bring the temperature up some, but you really don't want to boil it ever again after that because of the breaking up. So we have, over here, we have some garlic oil. So this is one of the big components of this soup. So you are wanting to fry garlic, and you just want it to kind of start turning brown because garlic will turn bitter really fast.
Oh, okay. Like if you cook it too long or too hot.
Right. But it also, you want to brown it because it kind of brings out a little bit of sweetness and it tampers down that garlic flavor.
So would you say just when you start to smell the aroma, that's probably cooked enough?
I would say go a little bit further because garlic has a pretty strong smell.
Yeah.
And you'll smell it kind of browning before, but you'll be able to see the colors.
I think I'm realizing now how often I'm burning my garlic.
So this isn't quite hot enough yet, but you'll be able to see it's kind of a golden brown color once it starts coming. And so once it turns to brown, you want to take the garlic out of the oil because oil retains heat and you'll keep cooking it too long.
Okay.
So we don't want to
Are you still using both the garlic and the oil even though you're separating them after this step?
Correct.
Okay.
So in the soup, whenever you're starting the soup part, you will have minced garlic, you will have some onion stock, or you can use chicken stock or whatever you want, and you boil a little rice in there. And so the minced garlic, so now we have two kinds of garlic in there. And then once the rice cooks, you can add the beans and some chipotle, and then you add garlic powder, and then you would add the cooked garlic, not the oil. So now you have three kinds of garlic in there. You puree it, and that's how you end up with this concoction that I just spilled.
That's okay. It's smelling really, really good.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into our garnishes. So a lot of times, you want to bring acid and fat into a dish along with salt. So for the acid in this one, we're going to put a little bit of lemon juice. Normally, I use fresh lemon for this, but you know what? We had a snowstorm, And the store, no lemons. It was like no bread, no dairy, no lemons. So we're going to take a little bit of this garlic oil, and so we will just drizzle a little bit on the top there. And so this adds a little bit more garlic flavor. And I also want you to try this.
Okay.
The spoon's clean. Well, I mean, no one has eaten off it. There you go. Oh, that's a lot of oil.
Yeah.
So it gives it a little bit of like a fatty, like creaminess to it, but it's kind of a mild, not like real strong garlic. And then the last thing we're going to top it off with is sumac. And sumac is, it's a berry. It's kind of got like a lemony, strong component. And so it just brings like a beautiful red color to it, and it also brings a little bit like the acid. If you don't have it, you can add like a little bit of lemon zest. For color, you could just add like a little bit of paprika or chili powder.
I love this. Is such a fresh take on a soup recipe. I've definitely never made something like this, but it smells delicious. It looks really good, and it feels relatively healthy.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a lot of beans. Beans are having big comeback.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of fiber in beans, a lot of carbohydrates in beans, protein.
Okay.
So we can go there.
We're gonna go ahead
and
and
also, the combination of beans and rice creates a complete protein.
This is so cozy. This is definitely one of those soups that, like we said, would warm me from the inside out.
Yeah.
This is great.
So one of the like warming components is the chipotle, which is a smoked jalapeno pepper.
But it's not too spicy. Wouldn't say that at all.
Right, because it's only like a little bit, and it kind of plays well in the background.
This is so rich.
So not every flavor has to be in your face when you're cooking.
Nicole, thank you so much for sharing this recipe, and you can find more on her website, Noshings with Nicole. Did I say it right?
Yeah,
that time?
Noshings with Nicole.
Noshingswithnicole.com, and you can also find this segment again on firstalertfor.com/greatday following the show. Back to you guys.